Everybody, welcome back to the channel. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. This video is going to be about Demon Slayer and my thoughts on Demon Slayer. I haven't read all of Demon Slayer. I've watched all. I'm currently up to date with anime, and I've read 2 volumes of the manga. I own the whole entire box set, and I will get around to reading all of it and probably making another one of these videos. So where I am right now, I think Demon Slayer has some of the best fights, like in the anime. The fights are amazing, but I don't know how well they will translate from manga. And I think the story is mid. Really mid. Like, I'm not a Demon Slayer hater. I think Demon Slayer is a pretty good series. But it has way too much hype, in my opinion. And yes, samurais are cool. I think samurais are really cool. I think swords in anime are usually done pretty well. I love... Tanjiro is pretty boring, in my opinion. The whole breathing styles is pretty cool, and the water one was pretty cool. And then you got the sun one, which was... But the anime does go hard. Zenitsu, I think, is cool. I think people hate him for no apparent reason. He's your typical pervert character. And it just seems like he gets a lot of unnecessary hate. And then the boar guy. What's the boar guy's name? The dude with the boar helmet is probably my favorite character. Tanjiro, just... I don't know, he just doesn't do it for me. I think it is pretty important, in my opinion, to have a decent main character. And I think Tanjiro is a decent main character. You know, the whole, my whole entire family got killed by demons. Now I hate them because of this. And then he meets Muzan. That was pretty interesting. Learning how to cut the rock was interesting. Zenitsu was pretty cool, and is like how he turns into a fucking badass when he's asleep. That's an interesting premise. His breathing style being electricity, that's pretty interesting. God, I can't think why can't I think of his name? The boar dude, the guy who's pretty, and then he has 2 blades, and he beat up the 2 blades, and they have like teeth marks or bash marks in him. I love him. I don't know why I can't think of his name. That's gonna bother me. But he's interesting, and I think he kind of carries the 3. Well, I think they're both way more interesting than Tanjiro. 100%. Because Tanjiro is just like, I'm a nice guy. That's like his whole personality. I'm a nice guy. I am a nice guy. Let's fight some demons. Let's be nice and... It's like you can't really be nice and wholesome when you're murking people. And he always calms their heart before they die or something like that. Oh, it's fucking weird. It is interesting that he's gone through 6 or 7 different swords, and... Or no, it's 4. He's broke a bunch of them. His dad knew fire near sun breathing, which is interesting. Muzan needs to do something. The smooth criminal. I will be pretty disappointed if he does nothing in the series, because I haven't seen a character hyped up as much in the actual series. And then from what I've been told, he hasn't amounted to anything, and the manga's over, which is sad. And from what I've been told, I haven't read it all. The ending feels rushed, which is bad news, because this manga was printing money. It made a lot of fucking money. The movie was really fucking good. The Flame Hashira was cool. All the other one, well, I like the guy with a bunch of wives. He was cool. Not because he had a bunch of wives, but his fight was really cool, and it was really well animated. He was a badass. He, fights with these weird looking swords, and he has the sound breathing thing, which is interesting. There was the drum part that was interesting. Inosuke and Nezuko are the names. Inosuke is the boar guy, and Nezuko's his sister. Well, his sister was interesting that she's like a demon, and how she has to. They're trying to save her and make her not a demon. I hope that gets addressed, but it probably won't, with my luck. The stuff I find the most interesting seems to never really, like, pan out or anything, you know. And her being a demon and her being pretty powerful and her, like, still, like, loving her brother and, like, trying to protect him is interesting. Like, there's a lot of interesting plots woven into the story, in my opinion. And you can't, like, say the series isn't good. I think that is blasphemy. Like, I'm not saying mid means middle. Like, it's not bad, but it's not like I've seen better. And it does a lot of things right. I think the characters in the show are pretty good. Besides, I'm not trying to hate on Tanjiro, but I think he's the weakest out of the main cast by a mile. Because Nezuko, who barely talks in the series, is way more interesting. Inosuke, he's more interesting, and Zenitsu is more interesting. But people hate Zenitsu, which doesn't make any sense to me. Because there's so many, like, worse perverted characters that are fucking loved. But, like, you got, Jiraiya, he's a pervert, and people fucking love him. But whatever. We're not talking about Naruto, we're talking about Demon Slayer. And, like, the Hashira, like, I want to see more from them, which I feel like we're going to. Because the Flame Hashira did work, and so did the other one, the sound one. They put in a lot of work in their fights, and they were very, very interesting to watch in those fights. And, there's multiple, thing. I love Zenitsu's, like, interactions with the sound Hashira guy. And how when he figured out he had multiple wives, it's like, holy shit. Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. Like, it was fucking interesting. And I want to learn more about the boss of the Hashira guy. Like, what's the deal with that guy? I'm pretty sure he's related to Muzan for somehow. But, like, what's his deal? And, like, why is he trying to kill all the demons? And why did he start this corps? And how could he sit there and, like, watch all these corps members die? And all this stuff. And there's so much more to him, I feel like, than what I've got so far. And that's an interesting thing. And, like, hopefully all the Hashira play a major role in the story going on. Because they're such badass, cool characters that, like, it'd be interesting to see what they can do. And Flame Hashira put up such a good fight in this sound guy, so they'll have that level to at least match or go over, or they'll be a bust in my mind. And yeah, anyways, that's going to do it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.